Yo, one sec, let me get some music going. There we go. How are we doing? How do we? There we go. We got some background BGM. Hey Cry High, hey Joy, hey Severus, hey Ichigo. Hope you're all doing good. Hope you're all doing good. We are going to continue with our Art of Miwa. Hey Pegasus, hope you're doing good as well. Yeah. Cool. Now let's start working on more shading. I need to get our palette as well. This one shouldn't be a super long stream. I say that it's gonna be like 10 hours at this point. And yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing real good, honestly. Like, positive mindset hitting hard. I'm sure you guys, some of you guys have probably seen the community post I put out, which is we're gonna have a content change in around June, if that makes sense, you know? And I'll get into more details, yeah. Sweaty part of the day is over, time to relax. Exactly, you know what's up. But yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of a content change, if that makes sense. Because it's nothing bad. I'll break it down though, to make it make sense. So first of all, we are still working on the, we're still working on the video essay. That is being worked on. A few updates and stuff. So we're still working on that, but like, I made the general post just to be like, hey, I do want to do like a content change, because I feel like when you look at my content, it's a little bit scattered, you know, which isn't bad, but like it's a little bit scattered. It's all over the place a little. Bit of a But yeah, I want to like hone in on like one thing that I'm really enjoying and like want to build upon, you know? If I'm making sense. I might not be making sense at all. Variety is nice, yeah. But it's like, I'm still gonna do the alt streams, so like, that's not disappearing. But it's like, you know, I want the variety to feel more special than random. Oh, so there's a... Oh, wait. I want the variety to feel special rather than just like variety for variety's sake, you know? Like, I want to make, oh, let's say if I'm having a club with site, I want that to feel special rather than, oh, this is just like a regular occurrence, you know? Like, I want it to be hype. But also I want to like, again, focus on content a bit more and like the different aspects and avenues, I think that's the word. Different aspects of it. But yeah, I hope you guys are cool with the few changes I'm gonna make content wise. You know, your boy's gonna become a soul streamer. I mean, I've been having fun with the Soul series, and I think it'll be fun to make content around that. Again, still gonna stick around with Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff, so that should also be fun. You know, but also, you know, I'm still gonna be talking. We're still gonna be hanging. Our streams are still gonna be, you know, the thing that's happening. You know, and I still want to like do some challenge content. The new Elden Ring does look good. I mean, we are playing it on release, so heck yeah. We're gonna be playing that with Hemi, and see, my brain is like Victoria, but I know it's not Victoria, it's Valentine. My brain's like one name, the wrong name completely. But yeah, I kind of just want to do like more fun content and like, you know, like when you look at my channel, it's like, hey, this is what this person does, you know. And again, we're still gonna work on the video essay, so like, we're gonna have hopefully more of those. They just take forever to write. I'm gonna be real. I did not know the amount of work. I knew the amount of work that went into video essays, but like, I did not know it was that much work. Like I knew it was work, but like, damn, you know, it gives me a whole new appreciation of it. think it's a bit too red. There we go. Yeah, like the reason why I redid the knee last time was it felt a bit too red. So we're gonna like tone things a bit more down. I think one thing I should is there we go. Keep in there. But yeah, stretch. Yeah, I just want to like kind of get to a point where like you know, you look at my channel, you're like, oh, this is what Vance is, you know? Like, and also Soul games have been fun, you know? They legit have been fun. And it also means I can like focus on finishing Lies of P eventually. But yeah, I'm gonna make sure to do it proper, but I also want to make sure to have your guys' perspective, you know? Like, what are you guys thinking? What do you guys think? Because I also want to make sure, like, you know, it's not like I have to run things by you, but I also want to make sure you guys are prepared for like the changes that come, you know? I don't want you to guys one day come to my channel and be like, man, why is everything so different? What happened? Who is this man's? You're digivolving. Kinda. Don't worry, we're still doing the off streams though. Those will continue to happen. New here, but it feels like a nice pivot to carve something that fits your wants and needs. Yeah. Like, there's several things I wanted to do originally, but also I've like slowly realized I never commit to them, you know? Like, I wanted to do watch parties regarding boxing and stuff, but at the same time, it's like, no boxing event has really given me like full interest recently, which is unfortunate, you know? Like, sure, events are happening, but like, I don't have the intrigue to like talk about them or continue them. I would love to do exercise streams, but I'm also like, exercise streams are more fun with a 3D model. Like, let's be real. And like, you know, I need the 3D space and equipment because I do not have the space. I mean, I have the space, but I'm like, the space has issues. ASMR sticking around? Yes. There'll probably be like ASMR streams, but like not ASMR streams, but the more relaxing kind. Like I'll read out the post I made. That might help. Give me a second. Stretch. I made it as a YouTube post. Give me a second. Let's see if I can find it. But yeah, also I'm very like chill, low energy vibes, so it's gonna be a lot of me talking to you, you talking to me, and me just going on random tangents, because those are fun. Speaking of something that isn't fun, I scrapped the whole music track because I was not happy with it. I'm always like harsher on my own work, which is unfortunate, but also I'm like, I just want things to be the best. You know, 100% I always want things to be the best, which is a character flaw of mine. But yeah, what I said was, yo everyone, just want to say thank you all for your support as usual. I've been currently thinking about slight content pivot starting around June, and I wanted all of your perspectives, which we're getting right now. I'll still be doing all streams, which are always fun, and I always have a great time, especially with the tangents, you know? Stream games will mainly be Souls-likes and things like challenge runs, etc., plus Yu-Gi-Oh content. So we're still gonna be playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm gonna try and make Yu-Gi-Oh much more interesting. So we might actually do viewer duels. D&D content is also planned. Like, D&D content is being planned for days, but like that's actually fully planned now. We're gonna have a trailer and everything is gonna be so hype. Don't even worry. And ASMR content, that's going to happen too. But yeah. Then the video content again is gonna be, what's it now? It is going to be video essays, which is always chill, you know? Let me stretch. Yeah. You're stuck with us, good sir. We'll be going. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. See, you Vandals are great. And the Vankalios. Don't tell Saya I called you that. No snitching. But yeah, no, I appreciate you all, which is why I want to make sure, you know, content is on point. Even, like, again, like, Sarah's with you being you, I will make sure it's content great for everyone, you know? Don't clip anything. But yeah, like, I didn't say that Pegasus, but you know, if you want to believe that, sure. There we go. I like this. There we go. Hey clickers, hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. Do. Yeah, I'm doing good. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, let me just focus on some shading again. Again, we're gonna spend a lot of times on the leg, from what I can tell. Because I have a issue with trying to perfect things. I mean, here's the thing, I need to always learn to let it go, you know? This side should be the darker shade, so I'm gonna do this. This definitely should be darker. Use a bigger brush, slightly more bigger. But yeah, content change, you know. Yo, it's still gonna be chill and good vibes. Like, that is never going to change, you know? But yeah. Also, I need to start teasing my new outfit. Finally. Like, I need to start, like, teasing the new outfit and design. Which I'm pretty sure most people are gonna like. Bigger? Okay, we can make a poll. We can make a poll. Let me make the poll. I am in such a casual mode right now. 1 second, thank you for the 9 months, Joy. I've been here for at least this long, so the glue has set in. I'm gonna be stuck here for the good vibes for a long time. Hey, I appreciate that, like 100%. Like, again, like, I want to make sure what I'm doing is, especially for you guys, because, you know, like, I don't want to be someone who ends up switching up on you guys. I feel like that's unfair, you know? Which is why I always double check, like, hey, you guys good with this content? You guys usually say yes, but you guys, you know, what's bigger? Oh, you don't know. Okay, let me regale you of the story of bigger. So during a stream of mine, I was drawing Misma Rising from VNU. She is super great. Make sure you go check her stuff out. Like, one of the dopest people I know. And she a gamer for real. But yeah, so I was drawing Misma, and then Sari you know, Serena Maiko, Sari, y'all know who she is. Again, go follow them if you aren't already, but I know you are. She came into the chat and was like, I don't think that's the right size, when I was drawing Misma's breasts. I don't think that's the right size. That's what she said when she came into chat, yeah? And I was like, I don't know, I think it's the right size. And she was like, no, they should be bigger. So then I made a poll. Like, should they be bigger? Because I don't believe they should. And the poll was made. And then I disagreed with chat still, and Serena, because it's like, I don't think they should be bigger. And then I was like, you know what, why don't you message Misma, Serena? I'm pretty sure I got the sizes right. And then she messages Serena, she messages Misma, and then Misma comes into stream and just goes, they should be bigger. And I was like, I don't think they should. And then I looked at a reference, and I was like, oh, yeah, they should be bigger. I have a problem that I don't look at people's references. Fun fact. It's fine, it's getting better slowly. Can't argue with the girl herself. You are correct. I tried for some reason. Glad to see No's at 0%. Hey, Chair, how you doing? Listen, No will increase when certain people arrive. I already know that, 100%. Yeah, how you doing? How you doing? I need to work on the... Okay, we're gonna work on the knee separately, so I'm just gonna work on this area first. Okay, like this. Yeah, stretch. Pretty good. Heck yeah, love to hear it. Let me just put this here. Yeah. I think everyone's doing good. But yeah, I do want to do more like video essays, soul content, like stuff like that. We're still gonna have all streams. Like that's never gonna change. But I do want to, like, I have fallen into the trap of like, man, I'm liking Souls games. I want to play them more. I want to play Bloodborne. What do you mean it's not on PC? That's a joke. Bloodborne is never coming on PC. But yeah, I do want to like commit to playing Souls games, so we'll have that content pivot. We have Night Rain, which is like the easy collab game, you know? Listen, if the air doesn't whistle when they swing, they're not big enough. Damn, that's crazy. Cry high, that is crazy. But yeah, also I'm I mean, here's the thing, like I do have a PS5. One Bloodborne bound PlayStation 1 sequel bound to the Switch. I mean, the Switch one, isn't that like a multiplayer game? So like, is that as much of a loss? It's just like a multiplayer. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a loss, but like, is it that much of a loss? I'm gonna be real, the feature I hate the most in like Elden Ring and Souls-likes is like the online sections. Because the amount of times I got pulled into matches, like when I was playing Dark Souls 3. Oh, let me rant about Dark Souls 3, by the way, because, you know, I have completed the game. I've not played any of the other Dark Souls 3s. Dark Souls series. Okay, so, you know, I am a Taurus still. I doubt I'm going to play Dark Souls 1. I know there's a remaster, but, like, I doubt I'm going to play Dark Souls 1. Just because Dark Souls 3 has spoiled me with visuals, and so has Elden Ring. But would you guys like me to regale you with the Vance Van Creed journey of Dark Souls 3? Because I'm going to anyway. So, while my internet was like not doing well at all, I was like, you know what? I'll play Dark Souls. I'll play Dark Souls 3. Because fun fact, I've owned Dark Souls 3 for years. I played it once, yeah. And I died to the intro boss. And I quit for some reason. Like, I did not want to continue. I just completely quit. The Illusion of Choice, yeah. Like, I completely quit it, and I only played it, like, this week. I have 27 hours in the game. I completed all the bosses in that time as well. Not a speedrun time. Like, I was just having fun with it. So, I opened Dark Souls 3, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play this game. Oh, there's an optional side boss. I called Sai on call as well, because, like, Didson was starting to get better at that point. So I called up Sai and I'm like, hey Sai, I'm playing Dark Souls 3, and she was drawing, so like we were both like doing something. So, you know, sometimes when you're hanging with someone, it just makes time go super faster. So that was the plan for that. So call up Sai, I'm like, I'm playing Dark Souls 3, I'm going to screen share this because I'm stress testing my internet. Yeah. She watches me play for a bit, and then there's a section in the intro which is completely optional. There's like a whole side passage, yeah? And I'm like, oh, you know, I got a sign that says, you know, turn back. Should I turn back, Saya? And she's like, nah, I don't think you should. So she sends me into like she's seen people play Dark Souls 3, so I think that's why she knows. But she basically suggested I should go do like an optional hard fight to begin with before the like boss fight. And it's the Crystal Beast. Like, Crystal Beast at the intro. First time the fight happens, I lose. And she laughs, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go again. I can do this. After like 2 or 3 tries, I do get the beast defeated, which was nice. It felt accomplishing. And then we get to the first boss. Now, fun fact, Sai left the room at that point. Yeah. And so I'm doing the first boss, and I first try it. Sai comes back, and I'm just like, you weren't here to see me first try the boss, were you? And she's like, no, I don't believe you did. And I'm just like, oh, damn it. So that was funny. She jumps off call later on, and then I'm just like solo playing. So I soloed the first boss, and like the first boss fight, I'm like, man, this is difficult but fun. And I don't know why I lost in the first time, you know? Dark Souls 3 is an easy baby game. I can get an ego, yeah? I'm like, I'm on point. I can beat Dark Souls. Dark Souls 3 is easy so far. Man, and that was a lie I told myself. Hey, Rayma, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. Welcome to the stream. I am currently just regaling about me talking about Dark Souls, so feel free to listen. Yeah, so I was completely wrong regarding the experience of my Dark Souls 3. So I go to the next area, which is like the Lothric Walls bit, yeah? So I get to that place, and I'm like, okay, I can get through this place easy. I got humbled so quick. Like, I got humbled by the dogs so quick. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me try again. Let me try again. So I try again. I beat the dogs, and I'm just like, okay, you know, dogs are gone. I'm just gonna look around. So I start looking around, and there's like a place where there's a dragon, there's a bunch of zombies, and the dragon breathes fire and kills the zombies. That's the usual pattern. I didn't know that straight away. So I'm fighting all these guys here on this whole like mini bridge section. Dragon comes in, breathes fire, kills me. Easy. Just kills me straight away. I'm like, come on. Yeah. Then the guy in front also kills me the second time I go around. So like, I'm just losing souls at this point. But I'm like, okay, I got this. I got this. So then I'm like, okay, you know what? I got this. I lock in. I get through that whole section. No problem. My face stopped moving. 1 second. Reconnect, rebridger. There we go. Has my face been like that the whole stream, by the way, chat? Have I just been staring into blankness? Yeah, I have. Okay. Hello. I have all my facial muscles regained. See, this is how I know you guys just listen to me, which is fine. I could just put a blank screen on like the stream and people be like, you know what? I'm just listening to Vance. It's fine, it's fine. My face was on focus. I'm gonna get some hydration and I'll continue the story. Okay, so I do the first ball. Yeah, I finally get through that whole section with the dragon, and there's this Lothric Knight. Now, I beat the knight, but then I'm like, okay, let me see what he drops. And he drops a sword that has a 3% chance of dropping. And do you know what I did? For 2 hours straight, I was grinding this guy for his stupid sword. Because he killed me like twice, and I was like, no, I'm jacking your sword. And I would get everything else. I'll get his helmet, his gloves, his chest armor, his boots again, his boots one more time. I would get his boots so frequently I sold them for souls and I got like 5 level ups. No joke. So I'm doing that and it hits 3 AM and I'm like, I'm just going to quit. I'm gonna go to sleep, you know, like I need my rest. And then I'm like, no, I'm going back in. I'm doing this one more time. And it drops. The sword drops. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I got the sword. I'm gonna go to sleep. It's a long sword. It's a nice long sword. Fun fact, I stopped using the long sword midway through this whole run. So that whole grind was pointless. But the good thing about the Lothric longsword is like it's one of the best longswords in game. Yeah. It has really good scaling with dex. And I was like, I'm gonna go for a dex build. Normally I don't care about builds, but I was like, I'm just gonna focus on dex. I'm not even gonna bother using magic, you know? So, okay. So I'm like, okay. I have my dex build, I have my goal. And the next day comes around, you know? I'm having internet issues again. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna play Dark Souls. So, playing Dark Souls, yeah? And I'm like, you know what? Screw that knight again. I'm just gonna fight him. I beat him. I get the sword straight away again. And I'm like, huh? So I'm like, okay, let me just do that again. So I go save, I go fight him again, and the sword drops again. And I'm just like, okay, game. Haha, real funny. So now you're making the drop common. Okay. I see. I see. So I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna move on, you know? I'ma just move on. It's not that deep. It was that deep, but you know. It's not that deep. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep going, exploring, and searching, yeah? So I do the first section, and the first section is really good. And then I get to like the first boss. And I'm gonna grab the wiki so like I can describe every boss experience. Okay, so I get to the first boss, which is Vaults of the Boreal Valley, yeah? That's the first boss that isn't like a tutorial boss. So during the journey, there's like a bunch of Lothric Knights. And I learned like really early on, never fight any enemies in a group. So I'm trying to lead them away. I'm moving them left, moving them right, moving them left again, moving them right again. I'm dodging, rolling, and people don't know where I'm going. That rhymed and wasn't on purpose, but we do what we do. Anyway, I'm moving, I'm dodging, I'm rolling, I'm dodging, I'm rolling, I'm stabbing, you know, that process. And like I'm doing a whole circuit. And then I get to the like first boss, you know, Vault of the Boreal Valley. And I'm doing good. I'm like, okay, we got this. It's the first boss. This is going to be easy, you know? And I lock in. And then he kills me. You know? Like, there's nothing, like, crazy that happened. There's no glitches. No, he just kills me. And I'm like, okay, I mistimed my dodge. Okay, like, what did I do wrong? You know? I reassess the situation. And like, what did I do wrong? Okay, let me go again. I go again. He kills me. And I'm like, and every time he kills me, I have his HP on low, you know? Like, he is 2 hits away from dying, but I get greedy each time, yeah? Each time I see him, I get greedy. So that becomes a whole, that's gonna be an issue throughout this whole run. Like, me getting greedy. Like, I'm like, you're 1 hit away, let me get you. Oh, you got me. You got me real good. I see. That becomes a recurring theme. So, we fight him like 4 or 5 times. On the 5th time, I get him, and I'm like, hey, easy, we got this. GG to you. Yo, Vault is no problem because like I learned to time the rolls. You know, I learned to time his dodge rolls for like when he does like a pounce attack, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm like, man, Dark Souls 3 is like a baby game. Again, I'm going to regret me saying that each time. So, I'm doing good. I'm doing great, yeah? And then I get to the next area. And I pick up a character there. I forget his name, but he's related to a side quest. This is going to be important very, very later on. But I pick him up. He's related to a side quest. And it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But, yeah. So... it's a whole side quest, and I'm just like, okay, I pick up this guy, I'm going to go to the next area. I go to the next area. The next area is some BS, and key thing is there's an item you can get in this area, which is a ring that protects you from fire damage. Now, I do not get this ring. I get every other item but this ring. This is going to be something I regret later. Specifically for the final boss in the game. Anyway. So, I get to the second boss. I go through that area. The area is annoying. There's a giant shooting arrows, and I'm like, screw this giant, yeah. But you know, I can't find this giant. Eventually, I do find the giant, and I talk to him. He's like, okay, you ally, I shoot other people instead. He's great for farming XP, you know? And then I fight this weird tree thing. And this weird tree thing has a mechanic where the stage breaks, yeah. And, you know, I fight him, and also there's... the wording for this is gonna be so wild. So, you have to attack him. You have to attack these weird ball areas, yeah? You have to hit him in his balls. So, like, he has them on his elbows. He has them, like, in very weird, inconvenient places on his back. You have to hit these very weird ball protrusions on his body, you know? Again, Dark Souls is a weird game. But, you know, you hit his balls and then the stage changes. But on the first section of the fight, like, he's being praised by zombies. So you fight this weird grass thing and this weird tree guy, and I won. It took a while, but I won. It wasn't that fun. That fight was more annoying than fun. Yeah, it's Cursed Rotted Greatwood. So that fight's annoying, but it's okay. We get to the next area, which is the Road of Sacrifices, and there's a bunch of guys holding these large poles. It's not a euphemism. And they run at you and they do a weird, like, spear piercing stab attack. That area sucked hard. However, I didn't know a thing. So there's these things called Estus shards, yeah? And when you use them, you get a bonus in health. The downside is people can invade you when you have them on, you know? And so I have it on, and then I get invaded by some random dude who just kills me. I'm just like, why did you kill me? Like, why? Why you do that? I'm just existing. I'm just a guy. And that's gonna be a recurring thing. I get to an area, some guy just kills me. But yeah, so we do that area. There's like 2 fights in the area. So one of them is called Crystal Mage. It's legit just someone throwing crystals at you. Like, it's more of an annoyance. We kind of have Dark Souls without a bit of random violence. Legit. So, I go through this whole area and, like, I'm just, like, searching for everything. We find Crystal Mage. I hate magic, by the way. I hate every, like, enemy that uses magic. And Crystal Mage was annoying. And I eventually got through Crystal Mage. It wasn't the worst thing. But I'm like, okay, let me go to the other side. So, I go to the other side, and this is the part where I almost crashed the fuck out. So I go to the area called Farron's Keep, and there's these creatures called Abyss Watchers. Now, fuck the Abyss Watchers. Fuck the Abyss Watchers in particularly. Now, I go do that fight like 20 times. They're cool? Yeah, they're cool, but they're killing me, so like, fuck them. They're cool, but they're killing me, so like they can fuck off. Yeah, so like the Abyss Watchers, they're cool enemies, but like the mechanic of the first phase of the fight is you fight an Abyss Watcher, and then another Abyss Watcher walks in. You know, another guy just walks in. And it's like, hey, I'm part of the fight now. He has less health, but he's just part of the fight now. And then another guy walks in and it's like, hey, I'm part of the fight now. And he aggroes on the Abyss Watcher and on you. So you have to be positioned very carefully. And I kept dying to those guys. Frequently. And I read somewhere where like, oh, this is the wrong area to go to. You know, you're kind of on the level for it. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna listen to that. Why would I listen to that? No, I'm not in the level. I'ma do it. And I commit to it. Eventually, I get the kill. But like, after 20 fights, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go to sleep. So that was the end of Dark Souls 3 Day 2, you know? I'm a be real. I almost quit the whole game because of the Abyss Watchers fight. No joke. I almost quit the whole game because of Abyss Watchers. Because in one of the fights, I was 1 HP away from winning. I almost crashed out on Abyss Watchers. Which is silly now that I think about it, because, you know, it's just a game. Yeah, but yeah, I almost fully crashed out on Abyss Watchers. But yeah, so we have that fight. It's fun. It's a good time. It's not a good time. I'm lying. The other first skill check, so it makes sense. True. So we do some like a little bit of backtracking, and we go back to the area with the crystal sage section, and then we go to the deacons, the Cathedral of the Deep. Yeah, we hit up the Cathedral of the Deep, and man, that area sucks balls. Like genuinely, like that area is the most uninteresting area of the whole game. And you might be thinking, Vance, that's a bit of a stretch. That is like very, you know, bro, there is nothing to do there. Like, it's not even like a story area. The only thing you find is like an enemy that doesn't even have a cutscene when you fight it, and the lady who's like connected to some worm thing, who can reset your stats. And I'm like, I don't care enough. I really don't care enough. So I do that area just for the XP at that point, and then I meet Patches, and like Patches in Elden Ring, I'm like, you know, he's a chill guy. He's a scammer, but like he gave up straight away. The Patches in Dark Souls 3 is a whole dickhead. Like, bro just puts me in a boss fight area. I beat the giant, but like screw Patches. Like, make me do a whole mini boss fight while I was avoiding the giant. The giant fight wasn't too bad, honestly. Like it's really like not the worst, but like it's an easy enough fight to do. Like, no joke. So like, do the giant fight. Patches is like, I'm sorry, you know. He's just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I almost tried to kill you, you know? We friends. And I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna ignore you. I'm gonna ignore you because, you know, the girl you like in Elden Ring ignores you, so, you know, you might as well get used to that. I'm gonna let you just take that L. You do all that hard work and you get nothing, Patches. I'm gonna let you hold that L. I'm gonna let you hold that L. Dude. We use a slightly bigger brush. I'm focused on one leg a bit too much. It's fine. I'll just do 1 hour on each leg. And no matter what state it's in, I just have to accept it. There we go. Also, let me change up my music. But yeah, so we do that whole section. There's some guys with really big swords. I really don't like those guys in that area of the Deacons of the Deep Cathedral area. It sucks, but it's fine, you know. It's fine. It's not the worst area. It's not the best area. It's an area. It exists. Like, it's inoffensive. It's the white bread of areas in Dark Souls, you know. Has annoying enemies. Has a weird demon cat thing which kills you. But yeah, we get through that area, and I'm like, okay, let's go back to the other place. And then we get to the stupid cave. We get to the Catacombs of Carthus. Bro. That area is silly. That area is goofy. That area is goofy, no Mickey. That area is goofy, no Donald. Like, damn, you know? Dude. But, you know, I get through that place. It's like a whole ass catacomb. But we get through it. We get through it, you know? You always gotta push through. And we do. We do. We push through. We get to the next area. And in that next area, like, there's two things you can do, you know? Oh yeah, we meet this lady, like, I forgot her name. It's like Henri of something. She was in an earlier area as well, but like, we meet up with her again, and she's like, my friend is missing. Do you know where he is? And I'm like, okay, let's go look for your friend. And what you need to do is break a bridge and then go to the lower area, which is a volcano area. And instead of doing the boss that I should be doing, which is like some skeleton dude, I'm like, let me go through this area. Now in this area, there's some fucker throwing arrows at you everywhere. Yeah. So fuck that again. It's not a giant this time, so you can't talk to them. But like, you have to go through a whole ass dungeon. Yeah. A whole ass dungeon. A whole ass dungeon. Defeat some knights. Defeat a bunch of different enemies. Reach the top where you have to fight like an assassin enemy with dual blades that can just stun lock you in a stupid combo. Yeah. And then you have to turn off this arrow shooting machine. Yeah. And that took longer than I want to admit. It really did. And then I found out on the other side of the room there's like a boss fight area, but before I went there, yeah, I find Ari's friend, you know, and he's gone hollow. What does going hollow mean? I don't know. I didn't pay attention to the lore of the game. He kind of gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He's crazy currently. So we kill him, and then we tell Ari like, hey, we killed your friend, and she's like, I must search for him in the volcano area. I'm like, no, we killed him. He dead. She doesn't listen to that. She doesn't listen to the fact that I killed a friend. Anyway, going hollow means they have no humanity left in them. Gotcha. But yeah, so we do that area, and then I do the optional Fire King boss or Fire Demon boss. I'm gonna be real. At that point of the game, I stopped using the long straight sword, and I was using dual blades because dual blades are cooler, and that trivialized that fight immediately because I was just like hitting them with the double hits, you know. And I had some really good items equipped as well, so like it's fine. So we got through that fight. It's a non-issue. That whole fight is like a non-issue. So we fight the fire demon and we beat him, and you know, it's great, it's fantastic. They call me a hero. I'm just over exaggerating with that part. But yeah, we beat him, and again, there's nothing really to get there because it's optional, you know? And I'm like, okay. You know, so I'm just like, okay, let's do the next part, which is fighting an old skull guy. And like, this fight is easy, just break his wrist, ankle thingies, and I do that. And then like, unfortunately, he has this thing which I like to call like a BO, because it's a weird like fog, and if you're caught in it, it just kills you. Like, it kills you slowly, but it still kills you, and that gets me multiple times. It gets me a few times, and I'm like, this fight is easy. Well, why is this BO getting me? BO, body odor. Not BL. It doesn't. I don't think there's any BL in Elden Ring, but I could be wrong. Not Elden Ring. Dark Souls 3. But yeah. No BL, just BO. But yeah. We get through that fight. Yeah, we get through that fight. It's not like a big deal. It takes me more times than I want to admit to kill him. It's like a 5-10 boss fight, you know? Not like crazy numbers, but like it's a 5-10 boss fight, like in terms of the amount of times I died. And yeah, so you know, it's a easy fight. We get through it. It's no problem. And then we go to the next area, which is which is funny because I do a different area first. I go fight Yom the Giant instead of going through the... Wait, one second. I think I fought Yom or Pontiff. It might have been Pontiff. So I fight Pontiff, and Pontiff, this dude can do shadow clones, which is stupid, first of all. Second of all, he has a stupid sword combo. Third of all, I wasn't doing parrying. So I was dodge rolling, and that fight was annoying. Fuck Pontiff. Fuck Pontiff. Like, that fight was annoying. But we get through it. We fight Pontiff. We beat Pontiff. Fuck Pontiff. He is tricky. Yeah. He's tricky if you're not parrying. Like, And that's the issue. I just did not parry. I was like, I'm gonna roll and I'm gonna just poke and hit him with a sword, and then his shadow clone arrives, you know. And I slowly learned that, you know, like first of all, his shadow clone like reacts very late, which is like a benefit to you. It can be a benefit and a detriment if you're not positioned correctly, because the shadow clone prevents you from getting extra hits, which is annoying. Like you're stuck on like one hitting things instead of like getting your extras. Like, there we go. There we go. Looks like I need to blur this together. There we go, like that. Okay, how are we liking the leg shading? Tell me looking good? Hey. How are we feeling about the leg shading? It's not done yet. We're still gonna do some darker colors, but I'm not gonna spend too much time on the darker colors. Looks amazing. Hey. Okay, so I'm gonna try and be super careful with this part. But yeah, so Pontiff, fuck that fight. That's advanced rank 3, the you know, seal of approval. That's how you know a boss fight was long and arduous. But yeah, we defeat Pontiff, yeah. That area sucks as well though. So we defeat Pontiff, and then fun fact, so you know that NPC Ari I was talking about? So I've been doing her quest line, yeah? So I've been doing her quest line, and in that quest line, you marry her by stabbing her with your sword. That's not a euphemism, by the way. You stab her with a sword. Yeah. So I do a quest line, and like once I finish a quest line, I get an extra ending. You know, it's an additional ending I unlock. Yeah, on the altar and all. So there's a whole extra ending that I get. That's available for me to unlock. Now this is, yeah, and again, she's willing to get stabbed. You know, it's very romantic. You know. The best way I can describe her is she the type to listen to Yandere ASMR and be like, yeah, I'm fine with this. That's a joke. Anyway, but like she's willing to get stabbed, so don't worry. That is, I was about to say a wild sentence. It's a consensual stabbing. Do. Well, the call out. It's fine. I make the ASMR. Do. But yeah, so we get married to her via stabbing. You know, the good old London tradition. That's a joke. But yeah, so you know, I think I'm gonna reduce the, yeah, we're gonna reduce the red. It needs to be smaller. Okay, so I'm gonna hit the save, and then we're just gonna do like the lower area. That's it, because I am using like a reddish brown. So just like here, and then here, then just here. There we go. Kind of like that. Okay, but yeah, so we defeat Pontiff, we get married, we unlock an ending, yeah? Which is great. Now, don't worry, that's gonna be an issue with that. Anyway, we defeat Pontiff, and then we go to Yom. He's a giant dude. We have to go through this whole catacomb area, which sucks. So we're not gonna talk about that too much. Just know that area sucked balls, because there's enemies there that can just lower your health. And they group up. And remember what I said, grouping up in a Dark Souls game is not good for you, the player. But yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just get through that section. We get through that section, and we fight Yom the Giant. Now, I didn't know there's a special weapon to kill him, because I was not doing the quest line where there's a guy who will tell you about the weapon to kill him. So, I'm fighting this guy using twin swords, thinking, man, why is this fight taking so long? And I beat him. I just beat him, yeah? And then I see a weapon at the very end. And then I remember Elden Ring, where there's a snake guy. there's a snake guy, and there's a sword called Storm Ruler. Similar to the one we have, you know? So how mad did I get? I think at that point, like, I wasn't mad at the game at that point. Because like you don't think about getting the sword because it's at the other end of the whole boss area. Like, why would the sword be at the very end of the boss area? Why would I think there's a special weapon to kill him? I found that out afterwards. Yeah. So like, I'll say you Doom Turkey. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, I'm just like, okay. I'm angry because that whole area just annoyed me. And also there was a guy in that area that killed me. But I'm like, okay, we just move on. We just move on. We finished that boss fight, but we move on, yeah. So I'll make my way finally to on Orlando, and I defeat Aldrich, yeah. Like, Aldrich, I'm gonna be real, Aldrich fight was kind of disappointing because I killed him so easily. Like, I just, it wasn't a fight really, it was like me bullying a guy. So, like, it was like, man, okay, this is a fight, I guess. That's the best way I can describe my experience with Aldrich. Man, you existed for a minute. You're a character, I guess. Let me just do some darker shader here. Hey, Heidi, how you doing? One sec, I haven't given you your blue. Here's your knighthood. There you go. You have been knighted. Congratulations. But yeah, so we get through that fight, yeah? We get through that fight. It's a struggle, but it's not really a struggle. That fight is like, it's a fight. You finally made it? Hey, all good. How you doing? How you doing? I'm just recalling my experience with Dark Souls 3 since I played it off stream. But yeah, so we defeat Aldrich, and I'm just like, okay, let's get through this. Like, there's no level of joy during that fight. It's the most, okay, let's just get this over with kind of feeling. But don't get me wrong, I was enjoying the game. It was just at that point, I don't know why, like, the game wasn't hitting as much, you know? Like, the Aldrich fight was kind of like, there was so much to get to him, it just felt disappointing. Does that make sense? There was way too much work to get to a fight which just felt like nothing, you know? So, we do that fight. And, you know, it's done. It's GG. It's Owari des. We get through that fight. No problem, you know? Wait, did I give you, like, mod status? Oh, yeah, I did. So, we get through that fight. No problem. No problem. And then we get to the next boss, which is Dancer of Boreal Valley. What can I say about that boss fight that hasn't been said already? It's okay. It's alright. It's slightly annoying because, man, she just spins like a Beyblade, you know? Like, she just lets it rip and just goes spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning, you know? Like, there is no end in sight. But we get through it. Like, it's not a clean fight. We just get through it. So we get through that fight, and I'm you know, I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. And then up the stairs in the first room after that fight, there is a knight there. Now, this knight has a Scully guy next to him that does some magic that heals him. Yeah. I am stuck on that area for like a whole hour because anytime I kill him, I'm at a position where I've used too many flasks. Like, I haven't fought a night enemy in the game for a while, so I forgot all of the movement. And man, they were aggressive. And then man, I couldn't like get the one person to attack the other person. And that whole area becomes a whole pain in my ass. Like, just that whole area. I'm just like, okay. Give me strength. Oh Lord, give me strength. But we get through it. Yeah, we get through that first section of the fight. The second section is like a whole area that's covered with dragons, and like, man, it's not optimized well. It really isn't. But we get through it. We keep pushing. We push as much as we get. And we get to the Dragon Slayer Armorer. Yeah? Big guy, big shield. We fight him. We win. The fight isn't super difficult, honestly. But we get through it. Yeah. Like, at that point, I'm like very comfortable with the game. And again, the issues are less bosses at this point, but like smaller inconveniences that are next to the bosses. You know what I mean? Like, the boss ain't the problem. It's everything surrounding the boss to get to them. 1 second. I'm trying to figure out what I'm undoing. I mean, this is fine. Okay. But yeah, we get through that whole section, and I'm feeling like accomplished good. But then we get to the next area, and near the end of the next area, there are 3 guys who are all using like, they're 3 guys that are like PvP type guys that I need to fight, and they're annoying. Like, again, when people are grouped up working together in Dark Souls 3, it is a pain in my ass. Like, it is a pain to deal with. Call me Nagato because I'm in pain. That's how I feel whenever there's like multiple enemies. But we get through it. We fight, you know? And it's fine. Like, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm feeling myself. I'm enjoying Dark Souls still. However, I go do the Consumed Garden fight, and I'm fighting like Orisios, the Consumed King. That fight was kind of a letdown, I'm gonna guess. Yeah. I didn't abuse items, no. No, I didn't use items. It's hard with just the sword to your name. Yeah. I just used the sword. I figured out how to use like the grease stuff later on, so that was fine. But like most of the run, I just used the sword and healing. So I didn't go crazy. Also, thank you, Heidi. I appreciate it. I am trying my best. But yeah, so we get through that fight. Oh boy, that fight. If I can describe it in like 3 words. Boring. The Consumed King fight was ass. That was a first time try fight. So we get through that first go easy. And yeah, it's like, luckily the Consumed King is very telegraphed. The Consumed King fight is very telegraphed. So that's what made it easy. I know if it was like, and if they changed some of the telegraphing, it would become a problem. Foreshadowing is a literary tool. Anyway, so we beat him, we get the gesture, I think, and I'm like, okay, let's keep on going. I go to the unintended graveyard section and I fight the first boss again, but like this time they're like on crazy difficulty mode, which is fine. Not crazy, it's easy to get through. We beat him, and easy, GG, let's go. Now, I go fight the Lothric younger prince guy, and that fight is cool, but took me 3 times. And at the third time, I was like, I'm just gonna attack the kid when he goes on his brother's back, which should make the fight easy. It did. It trivialized that fight. But yeah, so we get through that fight. It's a good time. One sec, I'm gonna put some air conditioner on. It's getting hot. We get through that fight. I like the fight. It's not my favorite fight of all like Souls games or anything. It's a good fight. It's a good time, you know? So, we get through that fight. It is a, I wouldn't say struggle, it's a interesting difference in fights. It's fine. The kid attacked me first. But yeah, so we get through that fight. It's, again, it's an interesting one, but it's like nothing crazy. Oops, wrong brush. Cool, let's use a bigger brush. There we go. But yeah, so we get through that fight. It's an interesting like boss fight. Again, not like my favorite or anything. I think from Dark Souls 3 there wasn't like a favorite boss fight or like one that made me. There are fights that were frustrating, but there's not like a favorite boss fight I have, you know? Like if there's a boss fight I hate, that'll be Abyss Watchers. Like easy. You know, like when it comes to Abyss Watchers, I hate them. Like, I would not want to do that fight again. However, if I'm gonna start doing Souls-like content, I'm probably gonna do that fight again. Yeah, I like 1v1s, you know? Like, 1v1s are fine, you know? Most of the boss fights in Elden Ring are 1v1s. Apart from the you know, Radahn fight. The Radahn fight, he gets jumped by the party. The Vandals fight is a jumping, like no joke. He gets us back in the DLC, which I still haven't played. So, you know, that might be on the list, the Elden Ring DLC. But yeah, so Crocodite's child feels so dark after reading a post about ooh. True. But yeah, so we get through that fight and man, again, like none of the bosses have really gone like crazy for me. But like they've been enjoyable. Don't get me wrong. But I'm like, okay, I'm like a couple bosses away from the final boss. You know what I should do? I'll do the Nameless King fight. However, before the Nameless King fight, I have to fight the Ancient Wyvern. Fuck that fight. Fuck that fight in its entirety. Like, there is, like, ooh. Okay, let me talk about my feelings regarding that fight. There are so many enemies in your way. So many enemies in your way. Like, beyond the regular amount to kill that stupid dragon that it's pointless. And the first time I did it, I got around all the enemies. I missed my plunge attack. I missed the plunge attack. The first time I did it, I missed the plunge attack, and that led to a whole series of runs where it kept on failing. Because I was like, I'll take on every enemy. Don't do that. Don't bother. Just run past everyone. Just run past everyone. It's not worth it. Yeah, the plunge takes out in one hit, and I missed the plunge. That's the annoying part. I missed the plunge. I missed the one-hit KO. I missed the one-hit KO and died due to gravity. But yeah, so like I keep on dying in that section, yeah. And you know what I do? I'm like, okay, let me see if there's a speedrun strat, yeah. And there's a speedrun strat. The speedrun strat is not good. It's like frame perfect precision stuff. And also, most of the speedrun strats for it have been patched, which is annoying. But yeah, it's like you have to get to the second pillar and do a thing. Anyway, I get through that area. Finally. It's not fun. I defeat the Wyvern. I do the one-hit thing eventually. I don't do the speedrun strat because it just doesn't work for me. And I eventually get the regular strat down. I just run past everyone and I just stab him with my stupid sword. Yeah, so we will get through that whole segment, yeah? And then we get to the Nameless King. And man, that fight is fucking overhyped as shit. That fight was overhyped. Not that it's easy. No, I'm not gonna say it's easy. You know what's funny, Seret? The second part of the fight was easier than the first part for me. Because the first part is fighting the camera. And fuck the camera, never lock on for that fight. Yeah? So, I get to that first fight, yeah. And the dragon kills me frequently. I get to the second stage and I'm like, okay, second stage, let's go. And I did really bad positioning for me because like the camera messed me up and then he does the striking attack where the thunder just hits me, you know? So I get to the second phase of the fight and like he's walking, he does this throws of air and I'm like, okay, I'm a lock in. I lock in. First time I fight him, I lose. I'm like, okay, maybe I should look into my equipment. Because I remember getting an item which reduces lightning damage. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wear the ring that reduces lightning damage. And I had learned that if I have there's a shield that gives me more stamina. So I put the shield on. And I keep the shield on for the rest of my run because like, it's a really good shield. So I'm like, I have solved 2 of the issues I've been having. Okay, let's go through it again. And again, the first section of the boss fight is the difficult part, but I'm trying to do it without, you know, losing any souls. So, 4 or 5 times later, I get to the second phase. The second phase, I think during the second phase for me, it was slightly broken. Because he was just doing the same 3 moves. Which was the swipe attack when you're super close to him, the quicker swipe attack when you're super close to him, and then the weird dive attack, yeah? And luckily I learned the patterns for those 3. Yeah. He didn't do any weird, like, crazy combos. He kicked me, like, once, which was weird. Like, he just randomly kicked me. And I was like, okay. Damn. But yeah, so we get through that fight. We get through the Nameless King fight, and yeah, it's not as bad as I was expecting. I'm gonna be real. Also, hey Baked, how you doing? But yeah, so and then the Watchers was way worse than Nameless King for me. Watchers was way worse than Nameless King. I think Watchers and the fact that I had to do Ancient Wyverns multiple times because I kept on failing made Nameless King feel much more easier. Because with Nameless King, he delays his hits, and I got used to his delays, so I was like, okay, I got the timing now, you know? Like, the timing felt right for that one. And I finished that fight. And then we get to Soul of Cinder. And you would think that with being able to beat Nameless King with not as many issues, I should be able to defeat Soul of Cinder like kinda no problem, right? Like, Soul of Cinder should kinda be a cakewalk if I was able to, you know, defeat Nameless King. Right? That's just what you would think. Yeah. I think, yeah, variety for me was the issue. Like, again, like, I wouldn't want to do Nameless King again, but if I did do it again, I think I wouldn't crash out on it. I crashed out on the Waverns, I did not crash out on Nameless King. Like, even all the other enemies in the way of Nameless King, the weird snake people, like, I crashed out on them more than Nameless King himself. You know what, I think I need to redo the leg. Hold up. Yeah, we're redoing the leg. That's just 1 sec. I'll go forward. Yeah. So we get to Soul of Cinder. And Soul of Cinder. We get to him. He's a boss fight in of itself. We get to him and like first time I do it, I get him really low health, yeah. But then he does a weird fire combo that just puts me in the air, and that combo is something I will get familiar with, like personally. So, Soul of Cinder was actually difficult for me because I kept on mistyping my rolls because I was used to Nameless King timing. I got so used to Nameless King's delays that Soul of Cinder doesn't do any of that shit. Soul of Cinder is, you see the sword, I'ma hit you with it. No, you see the sword, I'ma wait for a second and hit you with it. No, no, no. Soul of Cinder was like, okay, you see the sword? You're about to get hit with it. That was the issue with Soul of Cinder. Since normally everyone leaves Nameless till the end, I thought Nameless was like a mid-game boss, so I was like, I need to do him before, you know, because I know he's a hidden boss. It's like my fight with Melania. Like, I did Melania before like any end game stuff, you know. Like, she's technically optional, but also I ended up having problems with. You know what? I think that's the issue. Like, I had problems with the Elden Beast, but I did Melania first, and like we had problems with Melania, but luckily we got through it. You know, like I'm not gonna say it was easy because the VOD's available. I was not thinking it was easy for Melania, but like I think the order that I do things has an impact. But yeah, it was timing regarding Soul of Cinder, which was really messed up due to the Nameless King boss fight. Yeah, so eventually we defeat Soul of Cinder. Yeah, and I defeat Soul of Cinder, and there's a thing I did. So in the unintended graveyards, you can find your Firekeeper's eyes. Now, my original plan was to just do the hollowing ending, because I was like, you know, I've gotten all the other stuff. I've gotten married. I can do the hollowing ending, but I ended up getting the Firekeeper's eyes. Yeah, and at the end of the game, I thought there was gonna be a prompt for the, you know, to activate the. I thought there was gonna be a prompt or something. Yeah, because in Elden Ring there's a prompt, and the prompt wasn't there. I was like, huh? So it's like, okay, I guess I need to summon the Firekeeper. No. I did it wrong. Because I did it wrong, I got the ending where the fire just goes out, instead of the ending which I was intending to get, due to the fact that I did all the side quests for that ending. So, that was fun at the very end. That was a very fun, you know, hey, Vance, welcome to Dark Souls. Make sure you read. I have a guide available. But yeah, that was my journey of Dark Souls 3. What can I say about it? It was an experience, and it definitely made me go, man, Souls. Yeah. You can get a different ending by walking into the wrong spot of the room. Yep. You can get a wrong ending just by talking to someone. But yeah, I got the ending where the fire just goes out, which is fine. You know, the ending where the flamekeeper is like, and we let the fire die out. But yeah, I haven't played the DLC. But yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, overall, Dark Souls 3 left an impression to me. It made me go, man, I really do like Souls content, and like I've been going through like a rabbit hole of watching different Souls streamers, like, you know, I think one of them is Little Eggy. He's been interesting. He's been fun to watch for like Souls content. Some of his friends as well, they've been like interesting to watch, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I do that content pivot because I do like Souls games. I do like the idea of doing a challenge run. And yeah, I think that's the next chapter, especially with Night Rain coming out, which we will be playing on release. So heck yeah. But yeah, I have not. I have not, and that's fine. To be fair, I don't really summon people to like do fights, and besides, like, sure. Here's the thing: let me solo her is cool, you know. I'm never gonna take that way, but it's like, what if I just want to do the boss fight, you know? Like, I feel like you miss out an experience if you don't do the boss fight. Like, you should like get the let me solo her experience later on. In my opinion, you should be able to start off with like doing it yourself, because I feel like you miss out on something. At least from my perspective, you know. If you are having problems or find it difficult, then it's fine, you know. There are a lot of helpful tools in Elden Ring specifically. But yeah, that's my perspective anyway. Yeah, and you know what you can do with my perspective? You can disagree with the streamer. But yeah, what about the rest of you guys? Have you guys played Souls games? I assume most of you have. Dude. I'm gonna need to take a break in a sec because I am kind of stun locked on this leg. Yeah, kind of a little bit stun locked on the leg. Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick little BRB. Let me just put that on screen. I'll be right back. Okay, we back. There we go. Let's do some undos. Okay, let's figure out why I'm feeling this wrong. Okay. Hey Donatello, how you doing? Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. I just heard my neighbor use that drill. Okay, it's gonna be one of those streams. I mean, I assume you guys can't hear the drill, correct? Yeah, I hope not. Okay, let's redo this. No, we cannot. Okay, I will be the only one who's annoyed at the drill. No to drill. Gotcha. Okay, that's fine. Okay, in that case, we're gonna just focus on what we can do. So, area for the knee. Leg on this side. Leg here. Okay, now do the blend. Yeah, that's too much. Okay. Okay, let me smoothen this. Yeah, I think they're building like a gazebo or something. I don't know. I can just hear it. They building. Okay, so see, I can hear it, but I'm like, I need my window. I need that oxygen. Okay, so he is gonna be here. We want that area. Yep. Tough for me to cook with Vance. Hey, anyone else drawing? Who else is on that art grind? Because if so, heck yeah. Never stop. Oh, do take a break. I think art breaks are very important. Because like you never want to burn yourself out. Because burnout sucks. No matter what form it is. You're trying, heck yeah. Never matters what form. Like person drill. Listen, I like my stream. I don't want it to get taken down. Okay. I think this should kind of work. Okay, so if okay, I am not thinking this through. I am really not thinking this through. Okay. Okay, I don't know what's happened. I might need to take a break from the canvas. I'm just like not cooking with this leg at all currently. Yeah, I think I'm not. Yeah, I need to rest the eyes a little. Yeah, let me take a little bit of a break. Just gotta have a little snack. You see, King Von, no. I'm not gonna be a King Von of VTubing. Okay. Yeah, I think I need a little break and just like reassess. Okay. Because what we want is shadow here, yeah? What am I eating? Just some Haribos. Zero sugar. Oh wait, no, zero fat. Not zero sugar. This got nothing but sugar. I need that little boost. I need that little boost. Oh yeah, it's fine. I'm taking the soda ones. Little soda twisters. Okay, so let me break it down. Okay. If I go here, darker shadow here. Hey, Rena. How are you? How is my homie? I swallowed way too much water. That was bad. Hold up. You know what I mean? It's like I gulped it down. That was not it. Okay, there we go. We back. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. It's just water. Luckily, yeah. Okay. You know what I think? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just restart this area. Like, I am not getting the leg. Well, for the knee pop specifically, I'm just not getting it. You know what I mean? It's not hitting. But yeah. Bro, why you not talking to me about yaoi? Bro. Wait. Oh yeah, it's because, okay, listen. We could talk about yaoi and yuri if you really wanted to. I don't mind. I'm more on the yuri side, but like, we can talk about it. Again, my perspective on yaoi is the best yaoi is the subtle yaoi that isn't on, you know. It's the subtle yaoi that you don't see, like, fully direct, you know? When it comes to yuri, toxic yuri is the way to go. Gotta keep that shit toxic. Yes, exactly. Like, again, when it comes to BL, it's about the tension, but it's like, the funny thing is, like, I think with BL, people who... Okay. BL is usually written better by people who don't intend to write BL. Now, what does that mean? Let me break it down. Let me break down the Naruto Sasuke phenomenon. You see, when there's an undertone, like a really good undertone, all he wants to listen. Oh, one sec. Rena, are you available right now? 1 second. Are you available right now? I will call you up, young lady. Like, again, I'm not super into yaoi, but I'm like, I can understand why people have an appeal for it, you know? And usually, like, the best kind is usually unintended. Because, like, people always talk about Naruto and Sasuke having romantic undertones, you know? And the older you get, the more you're like, I can't really deny it, you know? Like, the best yaoi is the ones where it's not about the yaoi itself. It's an undertone, you know? No, I'm at work. Bro, you can't be like, you never talk to me about yaoi and yuri and then be at work. Come on, this is not how it works. I'm playing, don't worry. I'm playing, don't worry. You have a good shift at work though, yeah? And make sure you know, don't work too hard. Shonen has a lot of yaoi in this. Exactly. But that's also because a lot of shonen writers don't know how to write female characters. It's easier to write two bros being bros than write a female character. That's what we've learned from every shonen author. Unironically. Name me a shonen with good romance, I'll wait. I'll be here forever, but I'll wait. Yeah. See, I would feel sorry for Sakura, but also, like, she knew how to pick him, huh? She really knew how to pick him. But yeah. But yeah, Sakura's written horribly. That's unfortunate. Always do planning a nap later, let's go. Tatsusugi, which one's that one? Oh. Okay, I'm about to drop a hot take. Okay. I'm about to drop a hot take about Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm about to drop a hot take about Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen is just a lot of hype moments and aura. And due to that, people forget about characterization a lot. And often fill it with their fanfiction. Because if we break it down, yeah, first of all, Gojo is a horrible teacher. He is actually a horrible teacher. No, like, the thing is, like, for example, Jujutsu Kaisen 0, I like it, you know. It's a good one-shot, the movie's fantastic, you know, it does things super well, you know. The inventory arc with, you know, Gojo and Geto, that's a good arc, you know. It's short, but it's a very good arc, you know. But a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen is built upon fanfiction. Like, let's be super real. Like, a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen is built upon fanfiction. And that's not an issue. The issue becomes when headcanons become people's own canons, you know? Like, when people take headcanon to reality, you know? Like, I've heard so many different descriptions of Gojo, and I'm like, is that the same Gojo we're talking about? Is he the same guy you're talking about? Why are you describing as Uwu baby? You know what I mean? Like, even Kakashi, he's a horrible teacher as well. Kakashi is the king of horrible teachers. Bro taught Naruto nothing, and, you know, taught Sasuke the Chidori. And Sakura was taught nothing as well. Poor Sakura. Yo, like, no one thinks of Sakura as Kakashi's student, you know? She's Tsunade's student, you know? That's how you know you failed as a teacher. When your student is someone else's student, for real. Like, people look at like, Naruto and they think Jiraiya's student, you know? The only good teacher was Karo-sensei, yes. But that was the whole point of Karo-sensei. You have to keep that in mind as well. Oh. Thank you for the subscription. Hope you're all doing good. But yeah, like, it's... I feel like that's the downfall for a lot of, like, shonens, like... Yeah. Kakashi was good to referring his... I mean, Orochimaru kidnapping his student wasn't really a referral. But yeah. That's my hot take regarding Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good to like just okay. You want an even hotter take? You want an even greater hotter take? Sword Art Online is better than solo leveling. I'm a wait for all the rage. That's my hottest take. Dude. So, bro, solo leveling is legit hype moments in art. Like, genuinely, I've asked multiple people who read solo leveling, name me 5 characters that aren't shadows. And I've never gotten a response. Yeah, the same people who, you know, I asked that question to, they can name me Sword Art Online characters easily. And that's not me talking about the quality of Sword Art Online story, because the quality of Sword Art Online story improves. It improves so much that they redo the first season, you know? Not the ad placement, hello? Damn. Did you get cooked for my hot take? Yeah, the first season of SAO was not bad. Like, sure it has generic harem elements, but like, it's not bad. Like, SAO is better because I had the decency to never win anime awards. Yeah. See, here's the thing. Kirito gets development later on, but also you have to keep in mind the author was like 16 when he first wrote Sword Art Online. You know? Like, every book after like the first book has improvements. And I like that, you know? It's not a perfect story. Like, it has spin-offs that do things even better, you know? Like, for example, Gun Gale is a good spin-off. The pink girl one. It's not perfect, but it's fine. And SAO Bridge, you know, it gives us content, but it's like, you know, SAO is better because it has Ken and Yaoi. It does it. I've not caught up on it in a while, but yeah, like it has progressive. It has like a dedicated fan base. Yeah, and the SAO fan base knows that series isn't perfect. You know, the SEO fanbase knows that series isn't perfect, but like they can refute any arguments that are untrue about it, which any fanbase should be able to do. You know, you go to a solo leveling fan and talk about solo leveling not being that great, they will try and slap you up. Maruki in the video games, he has a duty he can be wrong. Oh, the more you know. And the Soda Online Gun Gale game, you can have a Yuri harem, which is fun. Dude. But yeah. Welcome to Advanced Creed's Hot Takes. But yeah, like... That's genuine. The gun one is fun, especially because Kirito's like a side character, which is really funny. Because as a side character, Kirito is such a bro. Oh yeah, chapter 16.5. That is infamous. That is the infamous chapter. But yeah. Like... Yeah, the rest of the Sword Art Online games are kind of trash. But yeah, the Gun Gale one is actually good. Kirito's a like good side character. The game knows that you don't even want to play as Kirito and only gives you like one forced Kirito section. And like there's like an in-game reason for that Kirito section as well. And it's very easy to like get past, you know? Yeah. Oh, definitely. I will say, luckily, this had like a decent original story. The gameplay was alright. It's nothing groundbreaking. But the story was okay, you know. Like, you got your own harem. You know, you basically got to be the Gun Gale character. And it has multiple endings as well. Yeah, just I like a game that does multiple endings. Like that always gets like a W for me. Hello, Sae. How is my sister? Yeah. Oh yeah, she been going gray. But yeah, she has work to do, so thank you for dropping by, Sae. You know, we'll catch you later if you're leaving right away. There we go. There she goes. No, you stink. You should go take a shower. You stinky. She's stinky. Yeah, thank you for dropping by, Sai. We appreciate you. Yeah, no Sai on stream this week, I believe. She has to lock in so hard. I feel sorry, but also I'm like, eh. Do. There we go. A second. Give me a sec. I stretch. Also, I just dropped the banger of a tweet. And by that, I mean I just edited the banger of the tweet. People really like the, when I said I like it rough, I did not mean my entire life tweet. That was a fun edit to make, super quick. I'll probably do more of those. Like how the knee's turning? Heck yeah. We still have a lot of work to do with it. There we go. Clock the Love and Deep Space meme immediately. Yeah. I don't even play the game, but like, friendo, me, I was at a stream earlier. She sent me and she was just like, this is so you. I was like, okay, bet. And then I just made a quick edit. And like, yeah. It's fun posting memes sometimes. It's so funny how Love and Deep Space coded I am, and I don't even play the game. Like, Love and Deep Space memes just fit me, which is crazy. And funny. Okay, let's use a bigger brush. Let's use an even bigger brush. You encourage me to post my own lads meme? Hey. Heck yeah. Legit, lads has so many good memes. Also, I still find it funny it's called lads. Shorthand, which is great. There we go. Okay, how we feeling about... One sec. Just realized the area is a bit too red. Let's use a... Oops, that's a bit too much. Okay, how do we feel about the legs? Let me deselect now. Yeah, currently how are we feeling? I live for memes, but the game's also becoming a problem for me. Not sure if it's a good thing or bad thing. As long as you're enjoying it, and as long as you do things in moderation, then it's never a problem. From my perspective. I was mid-rival, so I couldn't say in time, but yeah, the tweet was funny. Heck yeah. Wow, they look really good, like proper soft curves and more realistic. Yeah. I still need to do a few more things, which is just like, we're just gonna add a darker shade, so like the shading matches a bit more. Which is fine. Nothing crazy again, like just some darker colors. There we go. Like here. And then here. There we go. And one. Okay. Let's go. Let's get some blurring going. Ooh, that is not the right blur. That is not the right blur at all. One more time. Okay. One more time. There we go. Okay, so this is kind of okay. We're just getting the subtle shadowy parts in. Kind of smoky. Go. Save the E. Make it smoky. There we go. How are we feeling? Because I think I am starting to cook. We are cooking, we just have the face and the arms, and then that genuinely should be easy. There we go. Kind of like that. Yeah, a bit like that. Yeah, we got a little bit of a pop on the ankles, which is nice. A little bit of a pop. Oops. And then we'll take a little break afterwards, because, you know, I'm gonna do parts each. I'm only gonna give a section each an hour, so I'm not overdoing things. Because when you overdo things, it sometimes hits a muddy look when it comes to rendering. So I'm just gonna have to let it go, you know? Dude, so. Oops. Try that again. Oops. Okay, press even lighter. Like this. There we go, kind of. Blend here. There we go. Let's try it. Like around here. I think that's the perfect point. I think I did the line wrong. Let's go back a bit. Okay, let's try this one more time. So, big smudge. That feels slightly better. Muscle on the line. Yeah. Let me go back one more time. Yeah, this feels a bit muscle. Okay. Yeah, how do we... Yeah, how do we... There's some dark areas. There we go. Blend this in a bit more. Feels a bit more natural instead of like stand out a bit. There we go. Oh, we're not done. There we go. It's the edge, like the edge is like too obvious. So that bit fix. This part just need the. There we go. Oh, whoopsie. And I forgot about that line over there. That definitely needs fixing. There we go. Okay. Now. Oh yeah, the ankles. Whoopsie. Man, I've been ignoring the feet, really. Oh yeah, fun fact. Or maybe not so fun fact. Depends on how you think on it perspective-wise. Funny likes on my tweets. I'm getting random likes from. I mean, it's not as random when I'll say it now. I'm getting tweets that are liked by someone called VTuber Armpit Enthusiast. And I'm like, you know, interesting. Hey, Buttercup. I am just drawing a VTuber in a swimsuit. And it is in TOS, so if you don't feel comfortable, you are free to leave, if that's okay. If not, you can feel free to just chill and vibe with us. You know, it's all good. Stretch. Alright, do a good stretch. There we go. There sure are a lot of them. It's really weird. But there sure are a lot. There's a lot of different VTubers with like that tagline of like VTuber arm enthusiast, VTuber leg enthusiast, and I'm just like, Why are you sorry, Rena? Unless it's your alt account. Okay, I'm gonna just have to let you go. That's random AF. Ichigo, thank you for that. What are the personality lovers, man? One day we'll see them. Man, time to hit them with the high user on this channel. There we go. You be to a feet connoisseur. He likes some of my tweets sometimes. All day. I don't know. Okay. Slight tangent because I do want to bring this up. Why do people just come in and say the weirdest shit in my chat sometimes, you know? Like, why? Like, you know, like, I'm just like, hey, you know, if you want to chill, it's great. And it's like, why? Like, I get trolls, but like, what's the point of trolling? Like, remember when trolling was a skill? Remember when trolling was a talent? Remember when trolling was funny, actually? But no, my guy, I've seen you, I've been interacting with YouTuber Armpit guy. Maybe that's why it's appearing. Naruto, though. Gotcha. I mean, here's the thing, like, as long as you're enjoying what you enjoy, and it's not causing anyone problems, then, you know, yeah. I'm sorry to say this, but hands are better than feet and Armpit. That's crazy. We only have no elo trolls nowadays. Not the low elo trolls. But yeah, it's like, you know, it's not me saying, oh man, I miss all days of trolling, but it's like, remember when trolling had a point and not just saying edgy crap for edge sake? Okay. Okay, this is good. Cool. I'm gonna get the base color in, and then yeah. This generation they might be cooked. Like, no joke, they might be cooked. To be fair, every generation feels like they might be cooked. Okay, let's work on the arms. Back in my days, trolls had styles. They did comics and such. Exactly. They weren't good comics, but they did them. Ben said you would. No, I did not. Eesh. Rena, why are you spreading lies on the internet? I can't believe someone would do that. Okay, so we're gonna just do the general shaping. So there we go. Again, this part shouldn't take too long. So red. No, actually, I don't know which way is the sun coming from. Oh, that's the beach ball. Oh yeah, the sun is that side. Okay. Cool. Wait, hold up, Vance. No. Listen, I will never reveal my armpits. Ever. The best you're getting is hands, and you guys have seen my hands. I've done hand cams. I might do some more again in the future. Dude. Let's get some quick blending in. There we go. Let's get the right color. Yeah, either new mecha builds or we're gonna do Yu-Gi-Oh card openings. Either or. Dude. Because those are fun, you know. A little bit of gotcha. Okay. That's the wrong brush. There we go. There's a shading brush. Whew. Let's see if we can do this. Okay. 120. Oh, wrong brush. Okay. Man. Okay, this is harder than expected. It's such a small area to do as well. Yeah, like, for some reason it's just like... Oh yeah, that one out... No! No! Don't spread lies. Someone might believe that. I mean, I know they shouldn't, but someone might. Bruh, bro. We're not talking about my pits on stream. We are not talking about my pits on stream. I'm vetoing this whole conversation. Okay, there's something wrong with this area specifically. There we go. Let's do this for the knee. Knuckles, not knees. Knuckles. Those are two different things. I'm gonna do like the general rough shading, and then we'll do the darker colors as well, so it's not too bad. But also, I don't need to go crazy because like the hands are not the focus in this piece. There we go. The archive does not exist, Rena. Like, do you guys really think I'll just put my armpits out on stream when I wore gloved hands? Or when I've done only gloved hands? Like, you guys have never seen my hands. Yep, shaking my head. Shake my head. Cry's gonna be sad now. Oh no. Oh no. Whatever shall I do? That just means I'm wearing a shirt. Gloved pits is crazy. Everything has a price. Most people can't pay my price, so it's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's do the other arm. Let's get some red here. Again, we're just gonna do like rough, quick shading, so it's not gonna be super in-depth or super deep, because it's just the arms, and it's only the start. Yeah, and then we can get into details. We will try and do the eyes on stream as well. Although I might have to do this as a short stream and then finish the rest off stream. Just because I'm slowly realizing I have not eaten today. I got super distracted with things. So, consequences. Yeah, no good. Very important. I'm feeling the lack of food hitting. Yeah, I just got distracted with things. That's just fully on me. So that's my bad if we don't finish it today. So we'll just focus on rendering, and I'll post the finish off stream. Yeah, some days just Zoom, like I completely forgot, you know? Like sometimes you're just hanging with friends and streaming, and then it's like, oh yeah, the thing, food, that thing, you know? Okay. Oh yeah, food, that thing, the nutrient thing, you know? Yeah. Okay. There we go. Again, we can do these arms pretty easy. It should be fine. All good, Sarah. You take care. You take care. You have a wonderful rest of your day too. There we go. Let's try. Yeah. Okay, I think we go more subtle. Because I think the arm looks good, right? I mean, the sight of those legs is plenty nutrition. For you. For me, I need some actual food. Dude. It's fine, I can just draw a Yumi. Yeah. And no problem, Yumi. You take it easy. You take it easy. Thank you. Oh, wait, not Yumi. Heidi. My brain was in two different places. Heidi, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. No problem on the knighthood. And you take care. My brain. I'm gonna take an L on that. My brain was in two different locations. Calling 4K. Listen. Let me explain why my brain was in two different locations. But yeah, I'll catch you later, Heidi. Yeah, I appreciate you. But yeah, okay, let me break it down. I'll press the undo button in a second. Yeah, this arm is actually starting to look good, which is great. We're gonna try to avoid overdoing. What I was gonna say is I was working on this, which is why I was saying the word Yumi. I'm sure most people have seen this already. I got in trouble for this. I'm kidding. V Sensei said goodbye. I said Gamina sorry. Let's get all done. There we go. Top as well. Down cry. For real, for real. Let's do one here, one here. Gonna hit it with the bigger brush. We're just gonna add some lighter parts. Not too light, but we're lightening it up. There we go. It might be better original. I think original shading was better, so we'll take away that lighting. Yeah, kind of like this. That's the issue. Like when the brush is too big, it becomes a whole problem. Okay, let's try. Yeah, just like this. There we go. Man, I'm about to hit that ban button. I'm about to put you in timeout. Dude. Hey Hikari, how are you doing? OMG woman, hey. We love Blizzard drawing women. Very fair. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. Because I haven't told on stream. Looks good, thank you. I have been spending so much time on rendering it. We're gonna do the light sections as well. We just need to do on this side. Again, I just need to make sure not to over render because over rendering is like an actual problem. Go. Ooh, wrong color. Let's see. Need mauve or red. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that feels like a continuation on the skin, which is nice. There we go. Then this section. Rendering looks so good. Want to try that style for a bit. It is difficult, but worth it. Yeah. Difficult, but worth it. That's the best way to describe that. At least in my perspective. But like, it took me a while. And luckily, you know, Sai was helping me with some, like, guidance. A very good sensei she is, even though she'll deny it. Let's get, like, this part here. Then this part. It's the hand we're doing. I'm trying to make sure it's not too red. It might be a little bit too red. Oh well. Might be a little bit too red. Make the brush bigger. We're gonna go for like a little bit of swipe. A bit of a swipe here. There we go. And I need to make sure to fix this bit. Okay. And I think we are pretty good. For the first part of the arm exercise, now the second part. Oh boy. Cool. Gonna add some darker colors. Go. A little bit here. Thank you, Danny. Appreciate it. I had a whole tangent that I was gonna go off on, but I've completely forgotten about it. So we're gonna go on a tangent about forgetting tangents. Have you ever just like had a thought and then it just escapes you? Because man, I hate that feeling. Because I know it wasn't important, but it was something fun. And now I can't share that with you guys, and that's tragic. Very, very tragic. Also tragic for real, for real. Listen, you gotta be able to yap about anything if you're a VTuber. Or just content creator in general. Dude. There we go. Your tangents have a vibe to listen to. Thank you. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think of like Man, this is the problem I have. Like, I'll get locked into drawing so much that I'm like, what was I talking about? What was I thinking? What are the thoughts that come into my mind? And like, oftentimes when I'm drawing, head empty. Head is super empty. Which probably explains why I do the same thing multiple times, even though like it probably looked good the first time. Like, for example, I redid the legs compared to the first time we drew. And that's because I wasn't really feeling it. I hate it more when I'm like almost conscious it's super hard to remember and it's almost coming back. Oh, I get that. I super get that. Me and a friend of mine have a song that was stuck in our head that we could not figure out for years. And it turns out I accidentally figured it out and he was thinking of the same song, but the first time I told him it was wrong. The song is Shiki no Uta from Samurai Champloo, if anyone remembers that song. It's a banger. It's like, it used to be my study song. Like, I'll just put it on and I can just vibe and study to it. You know what I mean? It is a vibe. There we go. Kind of like this. Okay, so skin tones on point. Now we need to just do it to the face. Okay, how do we do the skin tone for the face? So we're gonna do a little bit of a blush. Nujabes cooked with the meal for that show. Yo, bro, he knew how to make music like beautifully. You know, like even the Love Sick trilogy, like is still really super good. Like he knew what he was doing. Like no joke. Like sometimes you just hear a musician produce something that is just pure cooking and it's amazing, you know? Like sometimes someone just cooks. We're just gonna do this. Get the general vibe and flow. Like this. Like this. Do this. It's a fantastic song, like genuinely. Like it's like I remember seeing like a cover of it, and it's not like a cover of like a singing cover, it was an instrumental cover with jazz instruments, and it was one of the nicest covers that I heard. You know, like genuinely one of the nicest. And it just goes to show how flexible that song is. Like no joke. We need to like reduce the blush slowly but surely. There's a bit of a gradient on the face. That's good, yeah. A little bit of the face gradient. You listen to it and you know his mind went to the fifth dimension for that inspo. Legit, like it's such a strong song, and it's a song that can't be attributed to anyone but him. You know, like you don't think of that song and think of a different song. You think of just that song. You know, like people have tried to replicate his style, but like it's never going to be successful. At least in my opinion. Just gonna. Okay. A little bit of gradients is gone. Now we're gonna do. I instead of pink, more reddish. But be gentle with it. Oh, okay, that was it. Okay, what was that color? Okay, let's try this again. Don't be super big. Wrong color, I guess. Yeah, wrong color. Yeah, I can work with it. I can work with it. It's more of a sort of like light pink, which is fun. Blending is just hard sometimes. Because like you want the blush to be on the same like cheek scale. Or like location wise. Okay, so let's try again. Gonna rotate the face to here. Put the blush here. That's too big. What direction is my blush going? Yeah, what direction is this brush going? Okay, gentle. There we go. Okay. Though anesthetic in Samurai Champloo said so much of the vibe and feel like one of the things like I feel that a lot of anime currently lack is a defining soundtrack, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Like they'll have a defining song, but not a defining soundtrack. For example, You Say You Run is a defining song in My Hero, but like it's not a My Hero does not have a defining soundtrack, you know? Like no one goes to you and goes, man, I'm about to listen to the My Hero soundtrack, you know? Whereas Samurai Champloo has that iconic soundtrack, you know? And there are people who just listen to the soundtrack and never have watched the anime, you know? That's how you know it's a good soundtrack. Bigger brush. Yeah, that's the beauty of Samurai Champloo, honestly. We'll never get season 2. Oh, speaking of Samurai Champloo, actually, this is like one of the most fun tangents I'm about to go on, or tragic tangents. Okay, so do people remember Rooster Teeth? That is like the first question I have to talk about, man. This is gonna be a whole tangent. Okay, yes or no? Do people remember Rooster Teeth? The makers of shows as Ruby, Camp, The Nomad of Nowhere, and other shows that are no longer in circulation. Yeah, so okay, so Rooster Teeth has a convention called RTX, not the graphics card, but the convention. Yeah, and they never went to the UK, but this time they did. They had RTX London. I went to both of them. On the second time, they revealed a series called Genlock, starring Michael B. Jordan. It was co-funded by his company as well. So, unfortunately, he never came to the convention, but like they announced his show there. Yeah, they announced Genlock there. It had the all-star cast, including David Tennant, etc., etc. You know, like it had a strong cast. Maisie Williams, I think her name is, the girl from Game of Thrones, and other cast members. Yeah, and they announced it there. And during the time, it was announced. The announcement video had Michael B. Jordan talking about his favorite anime, which was Samurai Champloo. And he talked about how, like, you know, he's upset that it never got a second season, you know? And that's when I was like, oh yeah, he's a weeb for real. Like, no one just references Samurai Champloo. Like, that's a deep cut. That is a deep cut of anime. Like, that's not a go-to reference, you know what I mean? But they revealed the show there, Genlock, yeah. And man, Genlock. What can I describe Genlock except for a mitigated failure? Because man, that show had problems. The second season was horrible. The first season was alright. But like, it's basically a show about like mech pilots, piloting a very specific mech, you know, and these mechs have like biological locks on them. You know, so Michael B. Jordan's talking about like his show. Rooster Teeth helped fund it, and the animation guy was there as well. His name was Gray. Now, I met Gray at the convention as well, so like afterwards I talked to him a little bit. He seemed like a really nice guy during his meet and greets. Couple months later, it got known / found out that he exploited his workers and took budgets away from different projects to work on Genlock, which is crazy. Because I met that guy, I'm like, man, he seems like a nice guy. That was a lie. He got fired afterwards. But yeah, I just remember meeting him and being like, he seems like a nice guy. Man. Turns out he was not. So that's my look of meeting people. Same with like there's a comic book author whose name I won't say because you know what he did was awful. But like I met him and I'm like, man, he seems like a nice guy. We talked about his comic for a bit. You know, he was really chill. There wasn't like a line of people to meet him, but like I had my book, he signed it, it was super chill, it was super nice, yeah. Then it turns out he got exposed for harassment, and I'm like, okay. Welcome back with water, Pegasus. And I'm like, okay. That is like 2 for 2 for people I've met that turned out to be terrible people. And then I meet a voice actor. I'm not gonna say the name of the voice actor. You can figure out who that next person is. We're not gonna talk about what that next person did. However, you can figure out who that next person is really easily. Meet him at Comic-Con. He's a voice actor. You know, seems like a nice guy. Seems like a nice guy. We talk. He's nice. His autograph session was for free as well. You know, that will also help narrow down to people who it is. And, you know, I talk with him. He seems like a nice guy. Harassment. And at that moment, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna have people I, like, respect or look up to. Everyone got skeletons in their closet. People are just people. People are just people. And then copy, edit. I'm gonna cheat a little with the nose. Horizontally. There we go. There we go. If I hide it. Oh, it needs to be way bigger. Hold up. Do black. Black. There we go. Be careful with your skeletons, guys. If you meet Vents, yeah. Nah, again, I've just been unlucky. I hope you guys have like met people you respect and like it's gone well. Oh, you know, okay. Let me talk about one specific story. This was when I was a younger age. I know Vance at a younger age. That's crazy. How old is he? Old. Anyway, I was at a convention, and this is like me, super young. Like this is like the first con I've gone to, and I'm doing a thing where I'm just photo bombing people dressed up as Deadpool, as a joke, you know. So like I'll let people take that regular photo, then I'll just jump in as Deadpool like in the background, and people just laugh about it, you know. And I'm like, no, I waited for them to take a proper photo first. So, you know, the photo bomb isn't like interruptive, you know. Because I was like, you know, it's gotta be respectful. Like, you know, if I was getting photo bombed, I would want it only in one picture. So I was just doing photo bombs as Deadpool, you know. And people were laughing. It was funny. Like again, it's like my first con experience. I'm not like a super crazy social person at the time, and I'm also there by myself. So like there were like several factors, you know. So again, I'm not like super aware of everything. I'm just taking photos, dressed up as Deadpool. People are laughing, you know. And during one of the photos, someone started to walk through the crowd. Now I don't see them walk through because you know my back is turned. Yeah. And that person doesn't say excuse me or anything, you know? And they have, like, con security around them. But again, I don't see that because I'm just doing photo bombs as Deadpool, you know? Why would I see that? And so, during one of the photo bombs, I get pushed, yeah. I get pushed, I turn around to see who pushes me, and it's, let me double check that name. Yeah, it is Lou Ferrigno, the first Hulk from the very old TV show. Yeah. That guy who pushes me. Pushes a young baby boy Vance. And I turn around to be in confusion, just like, who pushed me? And I just see this guy, yeah. And I'm like, I don't know who he is at the time, but I'm not saying anything rude. And he just gives me like an evil glare. And I just like continue on. And like, I don't know what his deal was. It's not like, you know, I could do anything about it. Because again, I'm just still a kid. And it was at that point there I decided to go to the gym because I was gonna like, no one push me like that. There you go, Vance Law. Yeah, I eventually learned that he's not the greatest to everyone. But yeah, I'm just like, man, he could have just said excuse me. Like damn. Like damn. You know what I mean? The fuck did I do? I was just existing. Copy this. We're gonna put a lighter skin tone on this as well. Edit, paste. There we go. Lighter skin tone works for her. Yeah. I think this is like my mini cheat sheet. Just use like a soft light to lighten the skin tone. At least you can say Lou Ferrigno as part of your hero origin story. Nah, dead ass, nah. I'm just like, man, I got pushed by the Hulk once. That's it, that's my claim to fame. The Hulk pushed me once. When I was a kid. I was in a Deadpool mess. He's always hated Deadpool. But yeah, it's one of those situations where I was just like, nah. I get why people go to the gym. So I just started to go, and then it was like, it became more about bettering myself. Pushed by arguably one of the worst Hulks. Lol. Sometimes you just get pushed by a Hulk, you know? That's how life is. I don't know what that sentence means, but sometimes you just get pushed by a Hulk. Let's find what I'm looking for. Oh, we getting hit with that tiredness. Damn. I apologize. You guys just took the full brunt of a yawn. Okay, what is Miwa's eye color? It is blue, like the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Okay, that works. But yeah, like, remember, never meet your heroes. All people that you just don't know. It's not like the Hulk was my hero. I don't know. I don't get people who have Hulk as like their favorite hero. That's like a me personal side tangent thing. Like, sure, the Hulk is cool, but like, I wouldn't want the Hulk to save me. You know? Feel like I'm about to get crushed. I especially don't want the Ultimate Universe Hulk to save me. For those of you who don't know, in the original Ultimate Universe, that Hulk is just horny. And it's bad. What if Lou Ferguson is a time travel and thought I'm gonna push this kid so he has to start to tell on an art string? That's crazy. No, I'm not even joking. Ultimate Hulk is just like crazy. Like, no joke. He almost demolished the city because he was getting no pussy. I wish I was joking. I really wish I was joking. Comic books are weird. Dude. Go. Go, let's get this erase here. He's the Hulk from the one edit the the Hulk and Black Widow gif. Bruh. Not that Black Widow gif. Oh, you know who I feel sorry for? Has anyone watched Thunderbolts before I go on my side tangent? I'm not gonna spoil Thunderbolts, but I just want to make sure, like, my wording is very careful. Because, so there's a character called Yelena. She was introduced as, you know, Black Widow's sister and stuff. And I really feel sorry for, like, Scarlett Johansson slash, you know, Black Widow as a character. Because ever since Yelena, people have just been, like, insulting Black Widow, saying she has no character arc and stuff, and I'm just like, bruh. People wanted a solo Black Widow film for years. Like, she's a good character. Just because you don't remember her arc because a new character has come along doesn't mean she's bad. Like legitimately during she was some of the best parts in Iron Man 2, you know, because she was getting the whole Accord stuff sorted out. Avengers, the first one, she's like a really pivotal character for that and has a really good arc with Hawkeye. And never forget, if Hawkeye's not in the film, you're losing. Damn the rules. Her solo film sucks. We're not gonna talk about it. I mean, here's the thing. Her solo film felt like a vehicle to push Yelena. Because, like, her solo film really makes her a bad sister when you really break it down. Oh, you know, about all the other Black Widows, maybe. Dude. But yeah. I just don't like it when, like, a new character comes along and then people disrespect the old one, you know? You can like them both. Speaking of liking them both, man. People who like John Walker are built differently. I'm not here to be like he did nothing wrong or he did everything wrong. Man, some people like John Walker like him a little bit too much. Some people like him a little bit too much. I do enjoy that really bad CGI scene where... oh yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Again, they really did hit dirty on this solo film. It's crazy. Like, and that one was straight to... Was it in cinemas or was that just like straight to Disney Plus? I always forgot. Yeah, because I know it was during the vid era. I don't know if YouTube still strikes people down for saying that word, so I'm just gonna call it the vid era. Dude. C-vid, you know? That... Yeah, I don't know if it was released straight to streaming. I forget. Seriously, that's what the lawsuit was about? That's crazy, actually. I mean, I get why. It's like, they're pushing Disney Plus a lot. Dude. I completely forgot about the lawsuit. Like, completely forgot about it. Let's get some blending in. Some more blending. Hey, Ambrose. How are you doing? Hope you had a wonderful stream. Hope you all had a wonderful stream. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Vandals from Globie 2nd Generation Equinox. I'm currently drawing the homie / my friendo Miwa. She's super chill, she's good vibes. Give her a shot, especially if you like Yu-Gi-Oh! But yeah, how are you doing, Ambrose? We're doing a lot of... We're currently drawing the eye. And then we might take a break to rest up because I haven't eaten. I got super busy today, so I was just like... I got super busy today, then I was having fun, and then, you know, sometimes you just forget to eat. It happens. There we go. Blend like that. But yeah, welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. Hope you had a wonderful stream. I know you did. You were with Ambrose. I know you had a wonderful time. But yeah, we're just chilling, drawing, and yapping about movies and stuff. But yeah, like, again, like, you guys know my take on Thunderbolts. It's a good film, but man, it's glazed to hell and back. And that's fine, you can glaze stuff. But it's like, man, there's glazing and then there's whatever the heck this is. Which is sad because, you know, even though I personally don't think it's the greatest film, and not the film that makes me go, Marvel is so back, which everyone is saying, you know, it's one of those films where I'm like, It has potential. You know, it's sad that it's not gonna do so well, but you know, it had really good potential. There we go. Oh yeah, I want to do a little extra thing. Something I normally don't do. Which is gonna be interesting. There we go. That's lighter blue. There we go. We're gonna use that blur tool. Well, soft shading. Do. Hootstangle. Hey, how y'all doing? Yeah. Hey, Wilhelm. How are you doing? Do. Hope you guys had a wonderful time. Were you guys I know you guys were playing something together. What were you guys playing together? Was it Split Fiction or what was it? Oh, heck yeah. Hope you guys have been having fun with Split Fiction. It is a good time. I'm still in progress of it, so no spoilers from me. Still need to figure out what happens, but yeah. Oh, booey. But yeah, I'm just chilling and drawing. Damn, because I spoiled this fiction got split. Damn, come on, you can't just split fiction me. I can't believe the fiction was split. Let's go here. Oops, we need a lighter blue. Like that. Okay. Can you believe that, chat? The fiction got split. Oops, I did that on separately. And I'll probably use multiply. Yeah, that's a good one. Screen layer for the save. Hey. There we go. And we are not done yet. Because we merged these layers. Yeah, we'll merge them. Merge select visible layers. Great. And then let's do our outside blur for the eye. There we go. Hey. There we go. Eye pretty, thank you. Now, I'm a cheat. We're gonna just copy and paste this. Work smarter, not harder. But you know, it can't be a perfect copy paste, so we gotta do a little thing. Make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Just a little bit of cheating never hurts. Don't take that sentence out of context. Okay, now let's do some erasing. There we go. Hey, let's go. Okay, that's good. Now, I need to do a few other things real quick. Okay, so on the skin. We'll leave the nose original color. And there we go. Okay. Says that's while having the NTR antagonist haircut. Look, this is not the NTR antagonist haircut. My hair needs to be shorter for that. Here you go, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Cry High's just saying words and letters. Can't believe I'm getting profiled by my haircut. Let's get the lip work going. I think we need a little bit more red. Use a smaller brush. I am terrible at drawing lips. There we go. Little bit. Oops, even smaller brush. Little bit of light here, like there. There we go. We are not done yet at all. I think I'm gonna use the spray can tool. Yeah. We'll use the spray can. Let's see if that helps. That is way too much. Or maybe too much brush. Okay. I think this is fine. Then we add the lightening layer. Cool. That's good. We still have a few more things to do regarding the eyes. Let's do. Go. There we go. There we go, like that. There we go, kind of like this. Yes. Now, need to go to the right eye layer. There we go. Where are the eyes? There we go. Let's. Oh yeah, I still need to do some more work on the eyes. This is fine. Cool. We'll do some proper blending in a second. Oops, did that wrong. There we go. And that can just erase, so that's no problem. Which is really nice. There we go. And we are not done yet. Because I have like 2 more things I need to do. There is so much work to be done. Okay. Go back to the eye whites. Yeah, back to the eye whites. I cry how you deserve all the bunking. Not in that way. Anyway. Phrasing, Vance. There's something you need to do more. Carefully. Okay, let's get the top layer. This one. And we'll blur it. We'll blend it properly in a second. First, I'm just gonna do this. Kind of like that. Kind of like that here as well. Then get the correct brush. And we do a little bit of shading. We just do a little bit of that shading thing. Maybe not actually. Yeah. Maybe a little bit of shading like this. Cool, like this should be fine. Honestly, Vance, like the art has evolved the most. Looks great before, but looks a level amazing. Oh, thank you. Like we've experimented with the eyes so much, and like again, we've kind of gone back to how I originally draw eyes, but I think with the shading, it just works better. Like it just works way better, at least in my opinion. Okay. Which is great. Let me just get the flat color for the hair for Miwa, and then that's a flat color. Okay. Okay. That's fine. We're looking good for the eyes. We're gonna shade in the hair, and then we'll see how it looks with the hair. And then again, most of it is probably gonna have to be finished off stream, so I'm not doing a part 3 because again, that's just my bad for not fully committing to eating. But process is the process. Again, my bad. I will do better next time. Yeah, chat. One sec, I need to remove the eyebrows for a second. Okay, no eyebrows. Now I'll continue with. Oh, that's gonna cause problems, isn't it? Yep. Okay, that's good. When you move the eyebrows, it's just creepy. There we go. So it's starting to look like that now, which is great. Let's zoom out. Hey. We still have the beach ball. Oh, I missed out some of the hair. Whoopsie. What layer is it on? Oh, right, this layer. Okay. And yeah, I think we're looking good. Stretch. Yeah, stretch. Yeah, I think we're looking good. Heck yeah. I think with that we'll find someone to raid who's available. Who is available. No suggestions. Oh, see, I was playing Pokemon. Let's go to it. Thank you for joining me on the stream. Chill vibes, good energy, and I'm going to go eat finally. You take care. Good. Bye. Wait. Hi, Moonshiro. Bye, Moonshiro. All good, all good. Next stream. You'll be here for next stream. It's all good. But yeah, bye-bye.